And now, boys and girls, it's time for the further adventures of Big Jon and Sparkie. Today's chapter is entitled, Some Light on the Mystery. Mayor Plumfront and Yuki Butcher both seemed to think that the castle on Yorick Hill Road was actually haunted. Haunted by spooks that laughed in the darkness and made funny sounds. I didn't think so, and Sparkie agreed with me. We had found a secret passageway behind the fireplace in the library, and we had gone down into this secret passageway, following a voice that we heard, and we were lost. So come join us now as Mayor Plumfront, Yuki Butcher, Sparkie, and I are lost in the passageway of the castle.
Well, I wonder where this passageway leads to. We've passed an awful lot of other tunnels that branched off of this one, you know.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we'll ever be able to find our way back. We made so many left and right-hand turns into the other tunnels, I kind of lost track of where we are.
Frankly, so have I. What do you think, Buster? Think we'll ever find our way out of here?
Why, of course we will. It stands to reason the tunnels have to go somewhere. We just follow one until we get out, that's all.
Yeah, but what if these candles burn down to nothing before we reach someplace?
Well, that's going to take a long time for that to happen. Anyway, I've seen several doors that we've passed. There are plenty of ways to get out of here if we have to. Don't worry about that.
Well, next time you see a door, just show it to me, because I want to...
Hey, listen. Do you hear something?
Wait a minute. I hear something, too. Sounds like motors running or something. Do you hear that, Mayor?
I think I hear it.
Shh, shh, shh. Look. Up ahead there. See, the passageway stops. There's a door at the end of it. See the crack of light along the bottom of the door there? You can tell that's a door right there.
A door?
Yes.
And lights. What's on the other side of that door? Come on, let's open it up and find out.
Now, wait a minute there, Sparkie lad. Not so fast, not so fast.
What's the matter, Mayor?
Well, there's no telling what's on the other side of that there door. Now, let's just stand here for a minute or so and listen. Then we can decide what to do. Don't you agree with that, Big Jon?
Yes, that's the wise thing to do. Now, just stand still a minute, Sparkie, and see if we can hear anything. Be quiet.
Well, I don't hear anything. Don't hear a thing on the other side of the door. I mean, except the sound of those motors.
Neither do I.
Well, how you could expect to hear anything, you and the mayor, but standing there jabbering away. Just put your ear up against the door. That's the only way you'll be able to hear sitting on the other side of it there.
I have got my ear up against the door. What do you think I'm doing?
Well, I don't know. Well, do you hear anything in there?
Not a thing. Except, like the lad says, the sound of them there motors.
I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to find that on the other side of that door there's some kind of a generator or something.
Maybe it's an electric power plant. You remember Big Jon, Mrs. Maxwell says that they have their own power plant here at the castle?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And if it is, then we'll also find out the person who's behind all these mysterious things going on here in the castle.
Why do you say that, Buster?
Well,
I mean, what makes you think whoever's causing all the strange things that have been happening around here will be in that there room?
Because, Mayor, everything that has happened has been caused by a very clever electrician. Somebody who is very clever with electricity and microphones.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you'll see as soon as the mystery is solved. Come on, let's go into that room.
Now, wait a minute, Buster, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
It's awful quiet in there. I don't like it. I think this might be a trap or something.
Well, that's the risk we're going to have to run. We just can't stand out here in the passageway and expect whoever's in there to come out and give themselves up.
Yeah, but we can't rush into that there room blindly, not knowing what we're going to meet. We've got to have a plan of some kind. You know the old saying, fools rush in where angels fear to tread.
Yeah, fine.
What do you mean, fine, Yuki?
Well, I don't mean nothing in particular, Mayor. Just plain out and out every day, dies a little ordinary fine, that's all.
Oh, you dumb lunkhead. Come on, Buster. I guess you're right. Let's just bust into that room and see what happens.
Well, now, wait a minute. You're right, too, Mayor. I mean, we can't just jump into that room blindly. We have to have some sort of a plan.
Well, if you ask me, you're both stalling for time because you're both scared.
Now, Sparkie, we are not scared. We are going in, but we have to be careful. I mean, there's no telling what's inside that room. He might be armed. He might be dangerous. He might be waiting for us to come in there.
What? Yeah, he might be a spook. You know, there's no way you can fight spooks.
There's no chance of that, Yuki. I told you that before.
Yeah, get them there spooks out of your head, Yuki. You know there ain't no such thing as a spook.
So you think so, do you?
Yes, I think so. You betcha I think so. Oh, Buster. Was that you that said that?
I didn't say a word, Mayor.
Oh, did you hear anybody say something?
Yes, I heard a voice say, "Oh, so you think so, do you?"
That's all I want to know. I agree with Yuki. Come on, fellers. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here right now.
Oh, Mayor, you wouldn't let a little voice scare you off, would you?
I wouldn't let a little voice scare me, except when it comes out of thin air with nothing behind it. And that there voice I just heard sure did come out of thin air with nothing behind it. So come on, let's get out of here.
Now, don't get so worked up, Mayor. I can explain to you in a few seconds where that voice came from and how it got there. It's all a trick. It's a scheme to make people think the Saxfold Castle is haunted. And I'm going to find out why somebody wants everybody to think that this place is haunted.
Oh, Big John, I hope you can back up what you're saying. That there spook is laughing at you, and when spooks laugh, you know that ain't good.
Well, at least we know that there's only one spook in this castle.
Yeah, how do we know that, Mayor?
Well, because there's only one spook laughing. If there was more than one spook, they'd all be laughing.
Yeah, I guess they would.
Uh-oh. There they are. There they are. Come on, Buster. You're wrong. You're wrong. Let's get out of here.
Well, Mayor, if you want to be ridiculous and believe in spooks and haunted castles, you just go ahead and leave. Find your way out of here yourself. But I'm going into that room on the other side of that door, and believe me, the answer is there. And when you find out what it is, you're going to feel mighty, mighty foolish. You'll be so ashamed of yourself for the way you've been acting.
Oh, Buster, didn't you hear them spooks laughing? All of them? I mean, explain that if you can.
Believe me, Mayor, I can explain it. I definitely can. But let me explain it after we go into this room. Is that all right with you?
Oh, hey, Mayor, come on. You're not scared, are you? I'm not. I believe Big John. He's never let us down yet. Listen, if he says he knows what's going on, I believe him.
Well, okay. Okay. Let's go into that there room.
Okay. Now, first, let's see if this door is locked. If it is, we'll have to break it down. Easy now. Let's turn the knob slowly. Slowly. All right, the door's opening. Now, quick. Let's rush in.
Yeah, I'm right behind you, Buster. Come on in here, the ship.
Did you see anything in there, Big John?
For goodness sakes. The room is empty. There isn't anything in here but the generators that make the electricity for the castle.
Oh, Buster, I'm afraid you're wrong. There's somebody in this here room laughing, somebody we can't see. And they're walking to that door on the other side of the room. Oh, look at that. Look at that. The door is opening all by itself.
Just outside. Well, it isn't raining outside anymore. The storm's over. And whoever that was laughing went outside.
Come on, let's follow it. Let's see where that voice is going.
Wait a minute. Don't go out there, Mayor.
I'm following whoever that is laughing. And on top of that, I'm going to get outside of this here castle while the getting is good.
Yeah, me too. Come on, Big John. Come with us.
Wait a minute, boys. Wait a minute. Look, this is a scheme to get us out of the castle. Don't you understand? Now stay just where you are a minute.
Well, what do you want? If you ain't convinced that this here castle is full of spooks, I tell you I am.
Look, Mayor. The building we just came out of is a small house where the electric power plant is located. It's also headquarters of whoever is trying to make the castle seem haunted. That laughing noise was a scheme to get us out of there. In fact, look inside the power plant through the door. See there? There's someone in there. See them running for the passageway that we just came out of?
Say, by George, there is somebody in there. Come on, Buster. Let's catch him. We don't want him to get away from us now.
Hey, I think I know who that person was, Big John.
Yes, so do I. I saw her as plain as day. It was Mrs. Saxfold, and now I think I have the answer to the whole mystery.
Yeah, right. Come on, let's get Mrs. Saxfold. She ran into the secret passageway. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. passageway again. This time we're running after a pole people disrespectful. I don't know if we can catch her, but there are a lot of other passageways that branch off the one we're in now, and she can turn into any of them. Well, we'll catch her sooner or later, and then we'll find out why she wants people to think her castle is haunted. Well, we know for sure now that it isn't. And anyway, I told you there weren't any such things as spooks. Like Big John says, it's a lot of foolish nonsense.
Into that passageway goes out to the left.
I better get going, kids. I'll see you later.
Hurry up, fellas.